All right, everyone, it's a racing game. It's a shooter. No, it's Rage. Any percent jump fix by Dangerous. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dangerous. You heard me on Friday on the hosting mic. You saw me on Friday running Bears in Space, and today you're going to see me run Rage. This is not the easiest run in the world, so I'm going to do my best to talk through it and showcase all the things about this game. No, honestly, this game is probably one of the most underrated titles I know of and know the speedrun for. So I have skipped most of the opening cutscene, so as soon as I unpause the game, it'll play through the rest of it, and I'm going to give you a countdown then. And then as we get into the first long bunny hopping sequence, that'll be a great time for my couch to introduce themselves. So we're going to start this timer in 3, 2, 1, go. So we start out by looking up, and then look down, and then we mash escape, and we load checkpoint. It's not the most exciting beginning to the run in the world, but it's the way this one works. Now, if you have the DLC installed, when you reload checkpoint, you end up out here outside. If you do not have the DLC installed, you restart the opening cutscene. Why does it work that way? We have no idea. By the way, John Goodman.
Hey, you! Over here!
You did not miss here. That is Primetime Emmy and Golden Globe nominee John Goodman.
It ain't safe here. Get in.
But unfortunately, we're not going to get in the car with him because doing so would start a 4.5-minute cutscene. So instead, we are going to jump up here. Going to jump up here, up here, up here. I'm going to line up on this fence in a very specific spot. We're going to jump a couple times, and we're going to climb over the fence. And that gets us past the trigger where John would just shoot us if we try to run up the ramp. Or run up the road. And then we have to hit a load zone. Now, there's only one load zone we have available to us, and it is over here at the Ghost Hideout. So we have to bounce our way over here. Gonna get into the load zone, then immediately leave. If I can actually hit the door. And then we are going to bunny hop back to the Hagar settlements where we would originally have gone if we'd gotten in the car with Dan. And so while we are bouncing on over there, this would be a great time for my couch to introduce themselves.
All right, hello there, everybody. I'm IllegallySam. I have played first-person shooters before, but not this one specifically.
And hello, I am ColonelFats69. I have very little knowledge of this game, but I'm Dane's friend, and he was on my couch, so I asked him if he needed someone, and he said sure.
Heck yeah.
So here I am.
Happy to have ColonelFats on the couch because we've become good buddies ever since I started playing Liza P randomizer. So
Liza P.
yeah, and
this is very different.
yeah, this is very different from Liza P.
I don't think Pinocchio is going to show up here.
Probably not.
No.
Hey, buddy.
Can you at least parry or no?
No parrying in this game.
What do you need, pal?
Nope. All right.
All right, so we just bought the monocular from Halleck here. Oh wait, just kidding. I have done these things in the wrong order. I am paying very close attention to what I'm doing. So the door's locked currently, but that's okay because we can just go through the wall instead.
You know?
We're gonna talk to Dan, run away from him, talk to him, run away, talk to him. And that is going to skip all of his dialogue. This is a thing we're going to be doing throughout the entire run in order to save a little over an hour of the game. You could just run up to people, and then to prevent soft locking, they just cycle through the rest of their dialogue for that particular sequence. The dialogue is broken up into like sequences, and you just skip that particular sequence, and then it goes to the next one. So you just run up, talk to them, run away, run back to them, talk to them, run away, rinse and repeat until you go through all of it. Now, important thing to note, you cannot do this IRL. If you do that IRL, people get very mad at you, and they say things like, hey jerk, I was talking to you. So don't do it in
And
real life.
confirm. I have tried that before.
Yeah, and you don't want to do that. They get very upset with you. But in the game, it saves a lot of time, which is very nice. Now, Dan has sent us to the ghost hideout, and he's basically just like, hey, the ghosts are bad. Go through and eliminate all of them. So naturally, we're going to clear only the last room because only the last room has the trigger enemies to cycle through this quest. Now, this is where I'm going to ask my couch and our host, Cell, what's your favorite room in the house?
Bedroom.
Bedroom, okay.
I'm a fan of whatever room currently has my Xbox in it.
Ooh, good answer. Okay, Cell?
I am a fan of the Mechanarium.
Okay, not quite the same game as Blueprints, but sure. My particular favorite room in the house is... It's the kill room. We're going to the kill room. We're going to the kill room. Now, if you don't know what the kill room is, it's like the living room, but the opposite.
I like my prey to know what's coming.
My living room don't look like that.
Ow, he stabbed me. Ow. So this is where it's going to introduce the defibrillation mechanic. So basically, if you die, you get one free revive until... you get a free revive, and then if you get killed again within a 5 minutes period, then you die for real, and you have to go back to your last checkpoint. And at first, you're only going to have one. We are going to get a second defib a little bit later in the game, but we're not there yet, so we can't die more than once within a 5-minute stretch. Luckily, we're playing on easy mode because easy mode is the fastest. However, we are going to switch the difficulty at a couple points in the run to do some skips. And the skips that we do with those are cool. So you're in for a treat. Grab the ammo. Thank you. Bonk him. Thank you. All right, so we only have to kill the guys in this room. So I'm going to run through, grab the nades here. I'm going to cook a nade, throw it. That's, I think, going to take that guy out. And then I may have to go back for that one. This guy survived. Where did he go? Just kidding. This guy survived. There we go. And so we killed all of the ghosts in the ghost hideout. All of them. At least that's what Dan thinks, so.
I mean, I can't prove you wrong.
And neither can Dan. So, but yeah, now we got probably the longest split, like the longest individual split in the game. This is where we're going to go back to the Hagar settlement, talk to Dan. We're going to go to the Outrigger settlement, talk to Richter and Janice. We're going to go to an area by the Wasteland Garage. We're going to collect some items. We're going to go back to the Outrigger settlement, then back to Hagar, then back to Outrigger, then back to the Wasteland Garage. It's a little bit of a long sequence. It's about 6 minutes long, but it's packed with goodness, I guess. Now, one thing that we haven't talked about yet is you'll notice that I've been bunny hopping a lot throughout this run. Now, VQ3 strafe hopping is a little bit difficult to explain, so I'm gonna have Sam do that in just a second. Now, this is the part that I did earlier without can't just talk to him straight away.
Buddy, come to look over the goods.
This is where we're gonna buy the monocular, and we're gonna be using that to do a couple of skips later in the run. Gonna talk to Dan, and then head over here, talk to... Just kidding. I'm getting my quests all backward right now. Oh, the door stayed open. That's cool.
Just past the
We're gonna talk to Dan. Then we go to Outrigger. Once we come back, we're gonna talk to his brother DR. And so while we are headed to the Outrigger settlement, you're gonna see a lot of bunny hopping. Sam, I'm gonna leave it to you to tell the fine folks at home about VQ3 strafe hopping.
Absolutely. So I'm sure if people have seen first-person runs before, they're aware of stuff like bunny hopping or strafing. But yeah, it's not the same kind of bunny hopping or strafing as you're used to, because this kind, you'll see Dane's kind of just like constantly going to the side ever so slightly along the way. Yeah, it's because as part of the process, he has to both hold down either, A or D, the directional keys, as well as turning the mouse to the left or right in order to make it so that he is constantly going in the direction that he wants to. So, the fact that he has to do both of those at the same time is what makes this unique, because if he were to go faster and faster and faster, which, is kind of the goal here, he's going to have to keep moving the mouse more and more every single time, because that speed just keeps building up. If he were to go in a straight line for as long as he wanted, he would eventually just be going fully 360 degrees with the mouse
Eventually.
every single time.
If you go several miles and bunny hopping the entire time and you never drop it, yeah, you could in theory have to 360 before you can keep speeding up. But I don't think you can actually move.
Unfortunately, that's a little outside of the scope.
Yeah. There's no place that's flat in the game to actually achieve that kind of speed. You never even come close to that. But if you in theory had like a flat piece of ground and could go infinitely in one direction, then in theory you could. Now we are in the side area that I was talking about earlier. This is going to show off another piece of speed tech in just a moment. This is part of why I grabbed the monocular earlier. Normally you have to go through this building up ahead, run around everything, go through a side door, climb a ladder, come back out on the balcony to get to this lever up here, but we can actually just pull the lever from down here. Now, I'm going to run in here, grab this item because this is part of one of the quest lines. I'm going to do it again right here and grab the zip line from way up top. This is a piece of speed tech called extendo grabbing. This is another quirk of the id Tech engine, same as VQ3 strafe hopping. Is kind of built into the Quake engine. This is also built on the Quake engine because it's from id Software. And I'll have Sam explain this because it's a little technical to explain. I'm trying to focus on not bonking into walls.
Yeah, so basically the gist of it is you just have really long arms, but only when you zoom in.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Because the way zooming in this game works is like, as opposed to just like making your camera go forward a little bit, it actually moves your entire hitbox forward slightly to like where you're zooming in. And as a direct result of that, when you exit your zoom, there's a very small 2-frame window where you're just ever so barely able to interact with whatever you're zooming in on. And while not every scoped weapon has this quirk, that specific monocular for the pistol that was picked up lets you do that extendo grabbing. So
Yep. Yeah,
like I said, you just have really long arms now.
Yeah, you can do it with the sniper, but it's really weird and janky, and I've never actually been able to pull it off. I've been told that you can do it, but okay, this door stayed open this entire time. Can we give just shout outs to this door? Can we shout out this door for staying open? That's awesome. I don't know why, but it'll randomly do that, and usually the door closes, but I don't know. It saw that we were live at Prevent-A-Thon raising money for Little Warriors, and it wanted to be nice to us.
What a good door.
Every time you went to the wrong place earlier, that was actually just door
It
manipulation.
was door manipulation, exactly. See, this is why we have Sam on the couch for this. Sam's commentary is nuclear. All right. We are headed back to the Outrigger settlement just briefly to get the remainder of this quest assigned to us. We have to talk to Johan. Please tell me. Oh, his dialogue didn't properly. There we go. All right, so now that we've got that, we're going to head back into the same area, although we're going to go left instead of right when we get to that first junction. If I can actually squeeze in here. Oh boy, come on. And then this is, okay, there we go. Sometimes you can jump over that, sometimes you get stuck and you have to go around. It's kind of annoying. Now, one thing that we have now obtained is we've obtained a new ammo type called Fat Boys. This is basically a heavy duty round for the pistol, and we're going to use this for We're going to use this for the mini boss fight coming up at the end of the Wasteland Garage. So I'm going to just navigate through here. This is also a spot where it's very easy to showcase, like this Wasteland Garage through this door is going to showcase just how easy it is to get stuck on every freaking pixel in the world. Just the tiniest pixel on the ground is going to block you. Yeah. So this is where we get the lock grinder enabled, and that lock grinder that we just used, that is the only one we are going to use for the entire game. I throw a grenade there to get those guys to move out of the way, because otherwise they will also block you and just make you lose time for no good reason. So you can see a lot of tight corridors in here, and navigating through it is kind of weird because it's a big spiral until you go downstairs, and then it unspirals. It's kind of a strange layout, but it honestly kind of works. It sort of forces you to clear each room. Ooh, that guy ran away. Nice. This door open. And then this guy can sometimes get in the way. Okay, he played nice and stayed out of it.
If I saw a guy flying through the air, bunny hopping everywhere like this, I'd get out of the way too.
True. So we're going to equip the fat boys. I gotta focus because I gotta aim. Mini boss fight time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mini boss dead.
Ooh, that was tough.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well aimed.
All right, so we came in here to get a bunch of car parts for a buggy that is in DR's garage, and these parts are going to let us fix that. Now, Zenson, the world record holder, he bunny hops back. I like to hijack these guys' ATV and then drive it back because that to me is way funnier. And I'm a little bit faster with the ATV. And if I'm lucky, I can actually showcase what happens when you crash this thing. Nick goes flying off and he does a Wilhelm scream. So I'm gonna hope I can actually hit something to showcase that. I'm gonna try and angle this correctly if I set this up. Beautiful. Just
Graceful. 10 out of 10 on the
perfect. It's beautiful.
10 out of 10 on the screen.
Those parts should do.
And then this is the coolest extendo grab in the game. It's if you don't get it first try, you lose time. If you get it first try, you save half a second. So it's entirely just swag, but it's cool.
Worth it.
Totally worth it. And then Dan is going to assign us, Dan, of course, being John Goodman, is going to assign us our last quest that he's going to give us.
How do you like that?
Oh, the door was closed.
Yeah, the door was closed. That's because we went through a load zone.
Excellent.
No.
I know. Managed to get through it before it closed this time, though. He's going to give us the sniper rifle. We are never going to use this once in the entire game. Not a single time.
It looked cool, though.
It's a cool looking gun, but yeah, we're never going to use it. We're actually going to sell the ammo for it. Place some dynamite here, and then zoom out of here. Door blows up. There it is. The rocket hit me before the door blew up. Very nice. I'm going to park here real quick.
Come back and see me if you dare.
And gonna talk to Dan. I'm gonna re-equip the pistol because we're gonna do another extendo grab in a minute.
Mayor Clayton.
And so I guess this is technically the last one since the blowing up the wall was like a separate quest, although it's part of the same quest line. So gonna jump back in here, and now we can drive all the way to the Wellspring. Now the reason why we have to take the car to Wellspring is because there's a bunch of vehicles through here. If they hit you, you're like instantly dead. I think it's actually a one-shot if you get run over by any of these guys, or if you just get hit by one of their bullets from their car. It does a monstrous amount of damage. So you're supposed to go through here with a car, not just try to bunny hop your way through.
You move fast with bunny hopping. You can't outrun bullets.
Yeah, I mean, you can. There's a couple of places where you can bunny hop through the wasteland and not take a car, but I usually do just because it's faster for me. And then this is Solomon. He is sort of the front gate guard. I'm going to talk to him one more time. I have to wait for some dialogue here, so I'm going to extendo grab the sniper rifle there. Just basically take that guy's gun while he's holding it, because that's funny. And that's actually a purpose behind that. We get his ammo, and we're going to sell that ammo later for money, because money routing is not super tight, but tight enough that we do have to collect some things as we go. First things first, we got to talk to the mayor. If I can get up here. Nicholas. Thank you. We're going to go through here, grab the bobblehead on the desk. We're going to sell that later.
Go see the vendor in town. Good.
And now we have to go to the vendor. This is actually a good time to talk about the DLC, because the DLC is gives us access to the 4th outfit, the Crimson Elite. So Sam, would you like to talk through the DLC for the fine folks at home?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, there's a DLC that released back with the original game, you know, the Anarchy DLC. To fit with the whole post-apocalyptic vibe. It's got to be the Anarchy DLC, of course. You know, it's got a whole bunch of weapons and stuff, but the main thing we care about is that 4th DLC outfit, because normally the coffer here, it has the 3 outfits. Each of those gives a bonus, but the 4th one, it combines every single one of those bonuses into a single outfit. Yep. So naturally, having all of those bonuses instead of one is better. So The route is specifically set up so that Dane gets that 4th outfit and makes use of it.
Correct, yeah.
But-
The route is very, very tightly wound around having that 4th outfit. So you basically need the Anarchy DLC to run this game, at least the way we're doing it. If you don't have that, you have to reroute a lot of things. So,
Yeah. And with the power of modern technology, the fact that it's not available for purchase is not a factor.
yep. Because we can totally edit the game files to do that, and it's totally okay. It's definitely not cheating. You can't actually buy the Anarchy DLC anymore. It's not for sale anymore, so it's the only way to get it is to actually go into the game files, because it's already in there. It's just paywalled, so since you can't buy it, it's not technically stealing, right?
We're extendo grabbing it from the files.
Extendo grabbing it from the files. Very good. Very good. Yeah, this is the first of 2 races that we have to do. There's a total of, I believe, 38 races in the game. And in 100%, you have to do all 38. And I think about 30 of them are entirely RNG. And that's why I don't run 100%. I run any percent. 100% sucks. It's like a 4-hour run. Like a 3.5 hour run. 3.5 hours, depending on how fast you are. And
What gives the races RNG?
what's that?
This looks kind of just. What gives the races RNG? 'Cause
So,
you kind of just went right through
yeah,
that.
so some of the races are not actually races. They are like competitive BTD kind of things, or CTF kind of things,
It's
rather.
like Twisted Metal.
Kind of. I forgot to turn on my controller, so I gotta click that the hard way. So one thing that's really annoying is the menu has a lot of mouth smoothing, and it's very hard to actually like move the mouse with it, like in the menu without misclicking something. So I usually use a controller to navigate some of the menus.
That's much better.
Oh, come on, Mayor. Why is your dialogue not working?
We got another
There we go.
problem.
So I use a controller to like navigate some of the menus, but I forgot to turn my controller on.
After you talk to Mick, go some
So we are going to.
Let me know when you got a moment.
Oh yeah, there'll be a moment in coming up actually pretty soon. I'm going to talk to Mick. By the way, that's Phil Lamar. They blew a lot of their budget on voice actors. Got John Goodman, Phil Lamar, Nolan North, Stephen Bloom. All right, so we're going to come through here, talk to the sheriff. We're going to head back to the Hagar settlement. And we're going to talk to Dan for the very last time. So it'll be the last time you get to see John Goodman in the run. No.
Oh damn.
But then we're going to come back here, get a couple of quests, and then there'll actually be like a almost 2.5 minute cutscene that we'll have to sit through. And that will be a great time for our lovely host Cell to cut in with some things to
Wonderful.
tell you all about. So. Gonna fast travel back to DR. We just used the radio that we extendo grabbed from him earlier, and that's how we're able to just quick warp back to Wellspring. We're gonna be using this to fast travel a few good times throughout the game. Gonna grab the crossbow, and then we're gonna go back to Mick.
I've seen some of them.
And then here, I've got to talk to the mayor. I've got to talk to the sheriff, and then I've got to talk to the caller outside of the racing circuit, Jackie. And Jackie, in particular, is a notable figure in this game, and you'll see why when we get there. He was the one standing right in front of everything on the box. So we're gonna bunny hop over here. Now we're gonna try and go for something called Fast Sheriff. So we have to talk to the sheriff multiple times. I'm going to.
You made it back.
Come on, Sheriff.
You need to get.
Yeah. Every time you talk to him, he resets, leaning back on the table. But if you manipulate things correctly, you can get him to not lean back down, and you can talk to him right away, which is nice. Now this is Jackie Weeks. Jackie Weeks has a very notable voice.
Are you looking for a better than the Dusty? I hear the guy that runs that show. You can find it.
Jackie Weeks is voiced by a gentleman by the name of Neil Ross. If you are a fan of Metal Gear Solid 3, Colonel Volgin from Metal Gear Solid 3. And don't worry, you'll get to hear him again. He does another voice in this game, and you're going to hear his voice overlapping with Cell's pretty soon. So here's where we have to drive to the Feltrite crater. So we've gotten 2 quest lines from 2 NPCs, from the mayor and from the sheriff. We're going to do the mayor's quest line first. We could do these technically in either order. However, we're going to save more money by doing this one first and then doing the sheriff's quest line afterward. So actually, this is probably a good time, Sel. If you want to jump in now, you could probably do this right now while I'm driving to the Feltrite crater.
Wonderful. We have a challenge to all of us here in this call from Mash with $5 Little Warriors, who says, until the next dono, I would like commentary and all those on air speaking to be provided in the most rage indicative voice tone for the duration. Good luck, Danger Crew. You are the warriors now.
Is my normal voice not rage-inducing enough?
Am I not? Rage?
The most calming...
Go fast, Dave!
I'm trying, Fats! So I died
Go
just
faster!
now. I will say...
This is not fast enough.
So you know how we always say that's never happened before in reference to the game doing something dumb? In this case, that's never happened before, but that was entirely operator error and bad gameplay. I've never done that before.
How dare you do that? I am raged.
I am sorry. I will try harder next time. All right, we're going to boost off of here. This is how we're supposed to do that. I managed to actually clear the railing before. I've never actually done that in the past. So...
Cleared the railing. You have sated my rage for now.
I am sorry I did that. I don't want to do that too much because
Loud noises.
I do have to host tonight and I don't want to destroy my voice before we get there. All right, so this is where we get the Feltrite asteroid. Now you're supposed to pull the lever and then pull it out of this container, but if you line up here, you can pick it up through the container, because collision in the InTech engine is not the best. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go back into the wasteland.
Optional.
Yeah, collision's optional. Same with walls, apparently, since we can just go through them. So we fast travel back to the wasteland. Every time we fast travel, it costs up to $100. Now, I say up to because if you don't have $100, it's gonna cost you just whatever you have left. Meaning that if you have no money, it's free. So you can just...
Oh, I can fast travel for free.
You can fast travel and you completely repair your car for free. Can't do that in real life, though. So...
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like there's commentary here that I will not address.
All right. So this is Mutant Bash TV. If you've played Rage 2, this is actually in Rage 2 as well. Same with the races, annoyingly. But Mutant Bash TV is a horde mode segment with 4 rounds, 5 if you want to be kind of technical. And now, here's actually a good point to ask my commentators and my chat room. What is your favorite compound word?
Pound cake.
Pound cake's a good one.
Birdhouse.
Birdhouse, okay. Sam?
I don't know if I have a favorite. I'll just go with what I'm looking at right now.
Jump scare.
Got me.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
No one ever does. It's like the Spanish Inquisition. Just to give away my age. Alrighty. So I'm old, alright? Leave me alone. I'm old and cringe.
But you're still fast.
True. So we have to stand on this platform to start this. Now, this first part is mostly scripted. One's gonna come out of one of these 2 pipes. It's the right one this time. Gonna get these 2. This guy, we're gonna get 1 more here, and then 1 more over this. Now, that one is mostly scripted. This part's entirely RNG, so I need to listen. Where are you? Die. Okay. And then this part, we go back to everything being scripted. So these things are going to lower. We got 4 guys to kill in here. And then once these guys are all dead, gonna get one here, one here, one here, and one here. And then
we've seen some combat in this parkour game.
Kinda, yeah. So this part is also entirely scripted, although I always goof up the script a little bit here. So we're gonna get one that shows up on the left, then one on the right, then a bunch on the left, then another one on the right. We're gonna shoot them kind of as they spawn in. Oh, I missed that one. Let me reload real quick. Oh my god. One more, should be a third one. One more, and then one more here. And then we're gonna get one here. Oh, I missed. There we go. One here. Oh my god. Okay, that one got murked by the whirly bird. Or whirly gorilla? Whirly gorilla. Call it a whirly gorilla.
I was gonna say, that's not a bird.
Whirly gorilla, it's my favorite compound word. How'd you know?
Nice.
There it is.
All right, so this is the bonus round. So we're gonna have a slot machine here. We got to shoot the target, and as long as we don't shoot it on one of the skulls, we can get a lot of money out of this part. There's like big money prizes, is what he says. So we're gonna try and shoot it on the red money marker and not the skull, just to, you know, be able to get a little bit more money out of this. So we're gonna try and shoot on the red money marker, and oh no, I shot it on the skull. Oh no, that sucks. Oh no, what are we gonna do?
I'm very enraged that you missed it.
Early. I'm a little enraged too.
There's there's another way we're gonna get the money from the bonus round in just a moment. So we're gonna jump in here. Now we're gonna hope that this thing plays nice with me, because it's been giving me a little bit of hassle lately. So you'll notice that the tentacles are holding 3 little lights here. I'm gonna shoot those lights as soon as the round starts. So I'm gonna line this up. Actually line up a little closer. Round starts. You shoot those 3. That is a dope fish. This is a Commander Keen reference, because it's software. My game is lagging right now. What on earth? And by shooting each of those, that's actually going to give us a big chunk of money. A little Easter egg in the game for... My game is really lagging right now. What is happening? Sir, come here.
Rage.
Yeah, Rage is... It's an older game, and this is one of the weirdest things about it. This game actually runs better on a SATA hard drive as opposed to an NVMe M.2. It's a weird game. Dude, die, please. It's this guy, and then this guy. Nope, this guy. There we go. Alrighty, and that puts us at round 5, the final round. This is our little mini boss. This is going to become a kind of regular enemy a little bit later in the game. But yeah, very, very intimidating and scary looking. So we're going to throw a nade. Whoa, the game just like big lagged.
Big lag for big enemy.
Apparently. What is he doing? Okay, there we go.
He thought you were that wall over there.
Apparently. He doesn't usually charge, but I also was lined up in a kind of a weird spot, so that could be a operator error. And that is Mutant Bash TV.
The classic. That's never happened before live?
No, I know what happened there. That was Oh, that's us, by the way.
Dang it.
Yeah, unfortunately
That's
not
never happened before
so
during this run.
during this specific run, yes. Yeah, that is MBTV, and we are good to head out of here, and hopefully the game doesn't keep lagging like it was there. That was very odd that it was doing that. All right, and the reason why we wanted to do Feltrite first and then MBTV after is because when we fast travel back to Mixed Garage, that's going to cost us $100. Well, if we had done MBTV first and then done Feltrite Creator afterward, we'd had to fast travel twice, and that would have cost us $200, which is bad. So here we are going to talk to the mayor again and turn in the quest we did where we went to the Feltrite Crater.
Old man Kavas. Take that sample to him.
And then we are going to
I don't know
talk.
if I've ever seen a game where you have to skip the dialogue by leaving and coming back like that.
Yeah, I can't think of one either, funnily enough. I went the slightly longer way by mistake. Oopsie.
I feel like I have seen it before, but I cannot tell you where.
Yeah, I'm sure there's other games where that's the case, but I don't recall.
Probably other Bethesda adjacent games.
Maybe, yeah. All right, so this is the second race we have to do. This race is really, really tough. Sorry, what I meant to say was I have a weapon that can instantly destroy all of the other racers.
That's
Incredible.
okay.
I mean, it's tough for them.
It's a very tough race for them.
What?
Yeah, that's the
Not
prize you
fair.
get for
He's got hacks.
pretty much.
That was like me in the other car. I was like, wait, has he got that gun? Go.
But yeah, this is also like the best vehicle that we're gonna see in the run. It's not the best vehicle in the game. In 100%, you get a real beefy vehicle that's really fast and really spongy. But this one is the best vehicle we're gonna see in this run. And you would think, oh, you win the race, you get this vehicle. Nope, you get a crappier version of this one. You'll notice, like, I'm holding down the boost button. Look how slowly that bar is draining. Like, it takes a while to actually burn through your boost. And I would love to have this out in the wasteland, but no, you get a crappier version that burns the boost faster, and so you can't accelerate as quickly. Which sucks. But, oh well. The price we pay.
Yeah, it's $100.
And what's
per fast travel.
I
That's
see
the
in
price we pay.
chat, isn't that cheating? And I'm just like, I feel like
It's in the game.
This race in this game, the cheating is encouraged.
It is. It is in the. If it's in the game, it's in the game. And it is an
What's
intended
more
mechanic for
rage-inducing
you.
than cheating?
So yeah.
What's more rage-inducing? Dying before even passing the starting line.
Yeah, pretty much.
I have more messages from chat when you got a moment.
Ooh, yeah. So they're going to be talking to the sheriff here. He's going to give us another quest line.
I'm glad you got the northern.
Ooh. Oh, fast sheriff, let's go. So that's what fast sheriff's supposed to look
Time
like.
save.
Yeah, like saves only a couple seconds, but it's nice to get fast sheriff when you can. And setting him up is like seeming to be kind of inconsistent. It kind of just either happens or doesn't, and there's not really much we can do. But yeah, we have to drive over
50-50 chance.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. It's a little less than 50-50, but it's yeah. So we're going to be driving over to Anton Cavassier. We're going to sit through a cutscene with him, and then we also have to drop off the quest at the Northern Tower, or at least like do the next part of it. So, Cell, feel free to jump in right about now.
All right, so I have a couple of donations here with challenges to us in this call from chat. The first, we have $20 to Little Warriors from Asuka, who says, I just want Dane to ooh voice for a little bit, because, you know, I care. Less than 3.
That's my wife, everybody.
Before I get to the next challenge, I want to say hello to our lovely raiders and welcome you all in. You are watching Prevent-A-Thon. We are a speedrunning marathon in support of Little Warriors, a Canadian-based charity focused on the awareness, prevention, and treatment of child sexual abuse. We are currently in the middle of Rage. We have more runs coming up. You can see that with the schedule, !schedule. We have an incentive open as well that we're making good progress on. This is the secret level incentive for Donkey Kong Country HD. We are at, if I remember correctly, about $124 out of the $175 needed, so we're making good progress. Keep your donations in, don't forget to assign them. And now for our second challenge from chat. With $5 to Little Warriors from MASH. The Rage Gods have demanded for pineapple to be included into each and every sentence when spoken in some meaningful way. Carry on and toss your best pineapple-shaped explosives or puns into the mix to help us blast along to the finish line. So, Dane, I think you need to ubu some pineapples for us.
Sure. So if we look at these canisters that are pineapple covered, we can wiggle through them and end up out of bounds, and now we're out of bounds. Ooh.
Might take some time, but you
I would also like to announce my divorce live on Twitch.
there's something different about you. Best I take a closer look at you.
Who gets the pineapple in the divorce?
She can have it.
Oh,
Interesting.
But yeah,
That's very kind of you.
we can go out of bounds
give her
here
the
because we get warped in bounds,
Racing around.
and then we have to sit through the rest of the cutscene. Ooh.
Secrets. Everyone's got a little
little secret. And you must be one big little secret. Haven't met one of you for a long time. Since working with the authority up in the city. You don't know.
Don't want to talk. Don't want to say anything about pineapples.
I'm just sad now. I'm just sad. But yeah, we have to sit through.
I think the pineapple is not the worst of it for what he has to do.
It's really not. But we have to sit through this cutscene with Dr. Kvasir. By the way, voiced by Neil Ross. Again, the voice of Colonel Volgin from Metal Gear Solid 3.
Not that I profess to have any special knowledge of them. But
And he also returns in Rage 2.
small bands fighting back. And maybe, just maybe,
This is revenge for all the shmup sections in Bears in Space.
Pineapples, he's saying.
you must have some survival skills worth using.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten dinner yet today, so I'm definitely pining for an apple at this moment.
Nice. Nice. So Kvasir is going to give us another quest so we could go to the dead city and upgrade our defibrillator. Ooh. Alright, I'm not doing it again. So we're going to talk to Kvasir to cycle the rest of his dialogue. Now, this is a skip. We're going to wiggle into the lever here, if I can actually get in here. I'm going to angle right here. As soon as I exit the quest, I'm going to pull the mouse down and scroll to activate the button. This is going to save a couple of frames. Not seconds. Frames.
Memories of the horrors committed there. Going there and getting back on the hospital.
Optimal. We got it optimally. Yep.
Love me a good time save.
That is a time save of a couple of frames. Gonna fast travel back to Wellspring. And then we are going to head to uh-oh, my notes are wrong here. Oop.
You still heading to Kvasir's?
Wait. I did something wrong. No, just kidding. We talked to the sheriff. I'm sorry. Okay, so Wellspring is one of those areas you come back to so often, and you have to talk to everybody in a different order. And so it's very easy to get confused about where you're going next and who you talk to next. Also, Fast Sheriff again, which is awesome. And now we're going to head back to the vendor. This is where we're going to do our first of two shopping sprees.
How many pineapples are you gonna buy?
Okay, so we're gonna buy the shotgun extender. I turned my controller on. There we go. I'm gonna sell most of my ammo because I just don't need it. There we go. Sell the rockets. I'm gonna sell this, these. And that. There we go. And then we're going to buy the pop rocket schematic. We're going to buy 36 explosive packs. Going to buy 25 of these, or rather buy until we have 25 of all of those. 25 of these. 25 of these. And then I think that's all of that. And then we just buy buckshot. Just a bunch of buckshot. And now we have to craft. Now, we're going to craft 25 RC cars. And when you hit build all, you'd think it would, just cycle once and then it would build everything. Nope, builds them one at a time. So we got to build 25 of them. One at a time.
I mean, after that shopping interface where you were buying and selling everything one at a time as well, I'd expect nothing less.
Kinda, yeah. So we're building 25 RC cars. These are actually going to help us get out of bounds. We're not actually going to use them for combat. They're just going to be used for skips at various points in the run. And then we're also going to build pop rockets. Those are actually used for combat because the pop rockets basically turn the shotgun into a grenade launcher. And the pop rockets are stupid broken. You'll see. We actually, in the very next part, we're going to the very next dungeon. You'll see. It was a little short on. Oh, I was 8 buckshot short from being able to craft that last little bit of ammo, but that's okay. We'll find 8 buckshot as we get progress throughout the game. Okay. Now we're headed to Shrouded Bunker.
The P's menuing was hard. That looked like a lot.
Yeah, it's. I mean, doing it's easy. Doing it fast is tricky. But we're headed to Shrouded Bunker, and this is the place where we're going to do Shrouded Bunker Skip. Now, if you're not sure what that is, Shrouded Bunker Skip is going to allow us to skip the Shrouded Bunker.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Yep, you're welcome.
Writing that down real quick.
Yeah.
So this is the one of the coolest skips in the game. I'm going to bounce through here. I'm going to grab this car, grab this one before it blows up. I'm going to drop a car, drive through here, avoid the traffic jam, drive in here, whoop, and we're going to blow up this wall, head through here. I'm going to switch ammo types. So we now have the pop rockets equipped. Now this is why we got the pop rockets. It just turns them into paste. I'm going to line up right about here. I'm hoping this is the right spot. I'm going to quick save, just in case. We're going to extend to grab this lever, or button. Please, game. Yeah, there we go. And this is going to clip us into the wall. We're going to drop down here. I'm going to switch the difficulty to maximum. I'm going to line up. I'm looking for a visual cue right about here. I'm going to save, just in case this goes wrong. We're going to cook a nade and then walk over the edge, blow ourselves up. This is going to trigger the defibrillator. We're going to revive, and then we are underneath the floor.
Nice.
From here, I'm going to switch the difficulty back to easy because we're going to need to take some intentional damage. And if you do this on max difficulty, you die instantly. Which is obviously bad. I'm stuck behind something. Okay. So I heard the audio cue, so I'm going to line up right about here. I'm going to drop 4 RC cars. It should be enough. It should be enough. Reload so I can actually hit them this time. Okay. And that gets us back inbounds. We're now at the end of Shrouded Bunker. Going to climb up these stairs, jump up here. I'm going to quick save just because you can sometimes miss the target here. But you're going to jump over this railing, land here. For some reason, you don't take fall damage doing that. I'm going to line up right on this spot. Going to press the button, and then we're just going to climb. I don't know why this works, but it does. You can just kind of climb up here and just jump until you hit the ceiling.
I see nothing wrong here.
So once we hit the top, I'm going to quick save again just in case. Because this is kind of a tricky jump. There we go. We jump over an invisible wall, and then we are at the end. The game thinks we did everything we needed to do here, so we can just head right to the exit. And that is Shrouded Bunker Skip. My second favorite skip in the game, probably. My first favorite is right at the very end. It's actually the very last skip we do. That one's cool. You're in for a treat for that one. I don't want to hype it up too much, but it's cool. It's a cool one.
That was pretty cool.
Thank you.
That was pretty cool.
I'm gonna park car right about here. We're gonna come back to it as soon as we get through here. And now we are headed to Dead City 1. Dane, why is it called Dead City 1? You'll see. You'll see.
My initial thought was Dead City 2, but could it be Dead City 3 exist?
God, if there's a Dead City 3, I'd lose my mind. There is a Dead City 2. You'll see.
I knew it.
Going to grab this ammo, and actually this is a good time. I can craft this last little pop rocket here that I couldn't earlier because I didn't have the buckshot for it. I'm gonna kind of right through here. Now we got a little mini boss fight coming up here. And this mini boss is kind of challenging. What we're gonna do, we're gonna throw 2 nades and then 1 full magazine of pop rockets. Oh, one of the nades did not hit. 2 of the nades did not hit. Neither nade hit. Weird. I'm gonna just bonk these guys to get them out of the way. Once this lowers, we can run through. Going to climb up these stairs. Gonna worm my way through here. Whoa, that's a big hand. That's not gonna come back later. Surely.
Thank God.
The only big hand in
I'm
the
scared.
So this room, they lock you in, and it's scary. There's mutants on every side of you, and you have to just fight them in this tight corridor. Luckily, this is extremely scripted. So as soon as these boards break down, I'm gonna shoot him. We got one here. That guy. They got this guy. They got this guy. They got this guy. They got this guy. Gonna switch. Okay, you're supposed to be dead, buddy. You're supposed to be dead. We got one here. Door. You'll love to see it. Of course, if you actually hit the guy
Door manipulation
first.
came in handy.
You can kind of look at it that way. I'm stuck. Oh, I missed the pickup there. That's fine. That's not going to be a big problem. I'm going to get this guy out of the way. I'm going to quick save here. You're supposed to do a fight against another little elite enemy, but if you are fast... Oh, shoot. If you're fast, unlike me... Gentlemen, I need you to move. You can jump over that wall. Thank you, bunny hopping. Gonna
Good parkour.
push that. Oop, run through here. We're gonna push this button twice, and then I'm just gonna kind of go on a little collecting spree because I'm locked in here until this button lets me activate it again. So I'm just kind of like standing around waiting for this button to become active.
They're locked in there with you.
Yeah, they're locked in here with me, exactly. I have no idea why their AI broke, but I'll take it.
They were just chilling.
I don't know what I did to exactly break that, but I'll take it. that was really funny. All right. So there is actually a skip you can do here. You can do another wiggle through a wall there. It is tricky, and I have not been able to do it successfully yet. So we're gonna do the old version, which is to jump onto this corner. If I can get in the right spot. Get in the right spot. There we go. Gonna crouch, wiggle, and then we clip through an invisible wall. Going to jump over here, grab the ammo. Gotta kill this guy. This guy. He knocked me sideways and I could not move. That was annoying. And that is what opens this door. Okay, that guy moved out of the way, which is nice. So we don't actually have to fight him. But those 3 enemies are the trigger enemies to get that door to open. And then I'm gonna bounce through here. This is going to lead us to the one and only boss fight, actual true bona fide boss fight in the game. And it's not great. id Software has a very interesting history where they can make really great combat, but not really great boss fights. So you can only fight this guy with the rocket launcher. And he's gonna telegraph where you have to shoot him. So belly, and then he's gonna tell us exactly where he's gonna throw this rock.
That's nice of him.
But we shoot him before he can throw it. He's gonna run up, he's gonna tell us exactly where he's going to punch the ground, and we're just gonna manipulate him to punch in that exact spot. He's going to scream and lean forward, headshot. This is where I drop down. I reload the rockets, so this should be exactly the number of rockets we need to finish this fight. He's going to lift his arms. I shoot him in the belly. He's going to run through. He's going to pound the ground 3 times now. 1, 2, 3. He's going to grab both walls. Lean forward. Headshot. And we have to do this one more time. Again, not a great fight. I've actually never died on this fight. And fun fact, you actually can't die on this fight on easy. He actually does not do enough damage to you because you refill your health automatically. Like, I don't know, just over time. And that's the fight.
Well done.
Thank you. Yeah, I just love the fact that on easy mode you actually can't die unless you inflict like self damage, which is really funny. Now, if you're fast enough through these hallways, you can actually get in here before one of the muties spawns in. We managed to get lucky there. If you get stuck or anything, one of the toxic muties spawns, and it's a little trickier to get around him. And we've been rushing through this hospital just to get into this door to grab this item. That is going to give us a second defibrillation upgrade for our defibrillator. And then we can use it twice instead of just the once. Now, we grabbed all the items that are in here. I'm going to lean up against this wall and push forward. What this is going to do is, as soon as the wall is dented again, you can see through the wall. There's nothing there. Wait 1 second. Hey, it's a mutie who is conveniently blocking me. Dude, you need to move, bud. Out of the way. And then we navigate through here. We get to... Let me grab that. We get to this door, and we're back at the beginning of Dead City 1. Which is, funnily enough, also the beginning of Dead City 2.
Whoa. That's concerning.
Yep. You'll see. Dead City 2 is a bit of a meme, and there's a few different reasons for that. Gonna get back in the car. We're not fast traveling yet. We gotta go talk to Kvasir one more time, because we got the Feltrite sample, and then we went back to the sheriff, and then he said we're gonna go back to Kvasir, and I'm gonna park the car very gently. Don't worry, the car's fine. We can repair it for $100.
I saw that earlier.
Yeah. We can repair it for $100. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Imagine blowing up your car and the mechanic's like, $100. Brand new.
Oh. I mean, that's how I go to work every day.
Nice.
And I'll get that defib upgrade installed.
So yeah, this cutscene and the last one with Kvasir, we can't, unfortunately, go out of bounds the way we did with the first one. There's no warp for it, so we just kind of have to sit through here. So Cell, you got about 45 seconds to talk through anything you would like to say.
Well, fantastic. I forgot to announce last time that we have now passed $2,700 raised for the Warriors this event, but we need to keep going, chat, because we have a bonus game milestone set up. So, coming up a little bit later tonight, if we can raise $3,100 Canadian total, we will add Donkey Kong Bonanza. That's right, the newest Donkey Kong game to the schedule. And all of your donations go towards it. And even cooler, because we have that Donkey Kong Country HD incentive as well, if you donate and assign your donation towards that incentive, it also automatically goes towards the milestone, which means more Donkey Kong for you, which means more Prevent-A-Thon. I think that's a win.
Absolutely. Big agree.
Take it to him.
All right, so that was almost exactly 45 seconds. That was amazing. All right, we are gonna go back to Wellspring. This is the last round of quests that we're gonna be dropping off to all of the various people before we head into the well. Can you believe there's a well in Wellspring?
What?
Can you believe it? I know. So we just talked to the mayor. We talked to the sheriff. We only have to actually talk to them once. They'll, weirdly enough, like, this is the rare time where they'll actually continue their dialogue while you're away from them. It's kind of strange, but yeah. And then we are going to head in here. We're going to head in here and talk to Carlson. He is going to assign us a quest where we go into the well to take care of another bunch of muties, because there's always a bunch of them everywhere. And this is where we're actually going to get some electro bolts for the crossbow. We're not going to use these yet. We're not going to use them actually until we get to pretty late in the game, near the end. I need to switch to the pistol. There we go. And I'm going to equip the RC cars. We're going to do another RC car skip here. Move. Thank you. Lean down here. I'm going to drop 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to quick save just in case I bork this up. Nice. Got over. That one saves a decent chunk of time because you got to run around that entire interior area. So doing that skips that whole thing. Reload. I try to avoid taking out all of these guys if I can help it. Sometimes you have no choice though. They did a lot of damage to me. Take care of this guy. Take care of this guy. We got one here, one here, 2 there. 1 here, and 1 more. There we go. All right, this skip is called...
The defibrillator upgrade.
Yeah, right. This skip is called I Think He's Close. Got a first try, let's go. So if you don't get that first try, you have to reload checkpoint, and then you hear that mutie say, "I think he's close," over and over and over and over and over and over and over. But I managed to get it first try, so big pog there. Can you not, sir?
We'll have to imagine it.
Yeah, imagine that I didn't get it first try. Take out those two. Gonna switch back to the pop rockets. This guy's gonna eat a rocket because he killed me one point, or he didn't kill me. He knocked me into this thing. If you stand on the edge of that as it's lifting up, you'll insta die because you get crushed in there. I'm gonna try and go for a skip. I missed it. I missed the ladder again. Great. Oh well. Still, actually, not a terrible well. That sequence can go very badly if you get unlucky. So we're gonna go back to Carlson, turn in the quest to him, and he is going to send us back to Kvasir for one more epic dialogue cutscene that we have to sit through. So, Ms. Kuthmind, you will have another, like, 2 minutes to talk through stuff once we are back in front of Colonel Volgan. Back to the wasteland, and we are back on a road trip.
On the road again.
On the road again. I love how you both said that at the same time. That was amazing.
Right. That was pretty sick.
So another little bit of money that we're going to get here. These are Feltrite samples. We haven't really talked through the lore of this game yet. This is Feltrite. It's part of an asteroid that crashed into Earth. Sam, I'll let you talk through it actually while we're watching the cutscene with Kvasir, and then after that, I think Ms. Sel will have plenty of time to talk through anything she would like to divulge to our audience.
Yeah. So, if you couldn't tell from the general setting here, this is a post-apocalyptic game. I don't know if the game got it across very well or not, but yeah, basically the gist is, you know, an asteroid crashed into Earth and wiped out pretty much everyone, but thankfully a lot of people were cryogenically frozen in special bunkers known as vaults. I mean, arcs underground. Yeah. And those arcs were supposed to, you know, release people after, you know, enough time passed for things to be safe for them to come back out. But a tyrannical government known as the Authority, you know,
little on the nose with that
very
one.
good government. Yeah, very good government that everyone trusts, known as the Authority, headed by General Cross, you know, released all of his people from the Ark so that they could take over and establish control before everyone else got out. But thankfully, you know, Nicholas Rain, who we've been controlling this whole time here, is, you know, taking down the Authority with the help of the Resistance. You know,
again, very on the nose.
What else would they be named?
Right.
And they're led by Captain John Marshall, aka Stephen Bloom.
Yeah, it's voiced by Steve Bloom. You'll hear it too. He just has his own regular speaking voice for that role.
Yeah, we will be breaking him out of prison later, even so.
Yeah, actually, pretty much right after this cutscene. It's actually coming up very soon. So yeah, we got about another minute and a half. Ms. Sel, if you'd like to enlighten us with anything.
You know what? I would like to do some math with chat. Actually, we've had lots of story. I think we need some math.
All right, math.
So we are working, of course, on that Donkey Kong Country Returns HD secret final bonus level incentive. Now we need $175 Canadian for it. Now, if I did my math correctly, I think we're $51 away from that, but I'm not very good at math, so why don't you donate and tell me if I'm correct in that math? But I also want to tell you something else, math, that's really cool, is Prevent-A-Thon 6 is in support of Little Warriors, a Canadian-based charity, which means that your donations are processed in Canadian dollars. But if you live in a different country, your donations will automatically be converted for you. And to see a recent rate of exchange for US dollars and Great British pounds, you can type !rate in chat, which means $5 Canadian might not be $5 for you, unless you're donating from Canada, and then it's, you know, the math is 1-to-1. That's easy math. If you live somewhere else in the world, good luck. It's math time, chat. Put your math hats on. I believe in you.
All right, so we're gonna set up again right here. The game is lagging for some reason during a cutscene. So we're gonna do the same thing before. We're gonna mash through this. Ooh. And we are going to hit the button optimally to save a couple of frames, not seconds. Frames. Yeah.
Beautiful
And
frame saves.
pretty much. And so now we head back to Wellspring, except Wellspring has been taken over by the Authority, the tyrannical government, with the fairly on-the-nose name, the Authority. So now they're kind of overseeing things. However, we are going to come over here, talk to Elizabeth. We're going to talk to Sally. Now, if you talk to Sally after you talk to Elizabeth, you can softlock the game. I haven't had it happen to me yet, but it can happen. So I usually just risk it because reloading checkpoint here doesn't lose you much time. I'm going to close the door and reopen it just so it's a little bit easier to get out later. And then we have to cycle through Elizabeth's dialogue. She's one of the leaders of the resistance. Come on. She is going to have us go over to an Authority prison and break Captain Marshall out. All by ourselves. So imagine you break into a tyrannical government prison by yourself as one dude. And yeah. Yeah. Now there is a skip to get to the prison early. It saves about 5 seconds. It's about 95% RNG. And it's really, really, really difficult to set up. We're not going to do that. We're just going to drive to the prison like normal because 5 seconds is fine. I'll sacrifice 5 seconds to not have a run die an hour in when the run is only about an hour and a half total. So, yeah. Yeah.
It just reminds me of the running lights in Arch Abbey. It's like, let's just put the hardest tricks to
Right. Especially some of those pogos late game.
Oh, yeah.
Those are mean.
They need to try that. Nope, I ain't doing it. Blanks can have that.
Right. That guy actually played nice. Usually he front ends me and I just have to blow him up, but he actually stopped and let me go around him, which was kind of nice of him. Yeah, enemy AI with the cars is weird. It behaves sort of unpredictably sometimes.
It's just like real life driving AI.
Honestly real though. All right, so we are going to come over here. We're going to push the doorbell to open the door, and the Authority is just going to let us in, even though we are intruding on them. Don't ask too many questions about this. It makes perfect sense. And we are going to break Captain Marshall out of prison. Now, this also has a very cool skip near the end that if you don't get it quickly, it starts to lose time, which is very sad, but we're going to do our best. We're going to throw 2 pop rockets at these batteries. These are what keep the lasers up, so if you break them, they go down. Now, if you angle this correctly, you can hit that battery storage. It's not in the way you're supposed to do that, but if you angle it correctly, you can do it early. This one always takes a little longer to lower for some reason. We're gonna get through.
This is a very well-constructed prison.
Yeah, right. Alright, gonna come through here. I'm gonna take out these guys. Actually, I'm gonna start killing some of these enemies as we go, because if you don't, they're gonna come back later, which is kind of an issue. So I'm gonna take that guy out. I'm gonna reload. My mouse bumped into my keyboard and I lost control. There we go. Alright, so we are going to push that. I'm gonna drop 3 rockets, quick save. Gonna boost over that. Save's running around the whole interior area here. And we just have to kill all the NPCs. Excellent. Now there is a trading card in here that you're not supposed to be able to get early. However we can. I'm gonna save real quick, and then I'm gonna real quickly push this button and then bunny hop for my life to get through these lasers before they raise up again. Take these 3 out, and then we just have to babysit this railing to take out whoever decides to walk over here. Oh, this guy ran. Take him out. You're supposed to be on the other side of the lasers right now. There's one more. I hear him. There you are. It should be all of them. You have to babysit Marshall, because he will, if he starts to get shot at, he'll just stop moving, and then there we go. He'll just stop moving, and then he'll just take damage. He has a gun, by the way. He just won't shoot them with it. Marshall's AI is very
preserving
dumb.
his ammo.
I was about to say, do you know it's loaded? It might just be for show.
Yeah, right. Take out this guy. We got another one up here somewhere. There he is. Take that guy out. We're gonna come over here, grab that just to be able to sell it later. Take out this guy. I'm gonna run up here. I'm gonna save real quick. We're gonna actually use these stairs to jump over those lasers. There we go. Take out this guy. And then we got one here. That guy's down. Again, I'm kind of just looting as I go because I want to grab some ammo to sell later. Take out this guy. Take out this guy. We got one more over here. If you don't stay hidden, he sometimes shoots at you and doesn't jump down. There we go. Gonna lower the gate for Marshall. Oh. Oh no. Can I? Die, go away. I thought I got them all, but I guess that guy decided to hang out. Show up later. All right.
Really good shield he has.
Yeah, it is a really strong shield. So we got a few guys that are gonna spawn out of this ship. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everyone's dead. Gonna come back here to trigger Marshall's dialogue. Gonna jump up here. I'm gonna try and jump onto the minigun. Excellent. Jump over here. I'm gonna quick save. I'm gonna do a big fat bunny hop to jump onto those boxes up ahead. Got it. Nice. I'm gonna quick save again, just in case I fall. Jump up here. Ugh, almost. All right. Gonna back up. Drop 2. Let's try that again. There we go. Quick save just in case. That's why I quick saved. Just in case. Gonna do another bounce. There we go. Gonna do 1, 2, 3. That should be the right spot. I have to move in a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm a little far back. Let me. There we go. Gonna drop in. We are through the door. This actually went really smoothly overall. This doesn't usually go this smoothly. Now I have to wait before I can activate the door because I have to wait for the quest to update or I have to do the entire prison over again. So as soon as it's done, we can exit.
Well done.
Thank you, thank you. And now we can fast travel back to Wellspring. And despite the fact that we got out of here before Marshall did, and we fast traveled, Marshall's still somehow back here before us. I have no idea how.
He's quick.
He's quick. So we got some
record holder right there.
Yeah, right. So we've got some
That's a competition in this run.
competing against Marshall. That's funny. So they're going to assign us another quest here. One thing we haven't talked about yet is actually the third-party injector that one of our moderators, Tachyon, made. That actually makes this run a lot more comfortable to run. Sam, you can talk through this to the folks at home. You got the notes for it.
Excellent.
Yeah. So for anybody who didn't know when this game came out, it released in 2011, back in the when things were way more primitive, back when we had 32-bit architecture on our computers. But that 64-bit architecture was coming around, so this game was like released right in the heyday of like both of them being around. And as a result of that, you know, yeah, the 32-bit was meant for the normal gameplay, and the 64-bit was meant for modding. And as a result of that, there's a bug in this game where one line of broken code makes it so that sometimes when you're bunny hopping, you just clip into the ground. And clipping into the ground makes you lose all of your momentum. And you've seen how much of a parkour game this is. You don't want to lose your momentum. Thankfully, Tachyon wrote a third-party injector so that you can run that along with this game that fixes that one specific line of broken code, and yeah, you don't clip into the ground anymore.
Indeed. Got a quick save here. Gonna jump onto this railing, jump over, and you'll notice we are back at the beginning of the game. This is actually where we started way back when. We're coming back here to get an ID thing. It's just another fetch quest, but we're gonna press the button. Then as soon as we see the screen on that change, we can go right back to Mick and talk to Steve Bloom again. And then he's gonna send us on yet another fetch quest. A lot of fetch quests in this game, but luckily it's peppered with so much speed tech and like tight movement and fairly high skill ceiling. So that's the reason why I love it so much. Oops, I'm getting stuck on I say high skill ceiling and then I get stuck on rails and other amateur stuff.
Well, it's not the ceiling.
It's not the ceiling, it's the rails. See, this is why we had you on the couch. Your commentary is pristine.
That is definitely a word you can use to
We've
describe
still
it.
got some
Yeah, so we just have to run through all this dialogue. Luckily, now they've got some goodies in that box next to us. We're gonna take those because that's gonna get sold later.
We need that data.
And we,
Let me know when you got a moment for more messages.
oh yeah, that was a good time.
All right. Well, we have $25 to Little Warriors from Pauline, who says, I owe those Kongs for their help, especially DK for teaching me to believe in myself. Let's make sure every Kong has their day at Prevent-A-Thon. Thank you, Fed Donation. And that is, in fact, referring to Donkey Kong Bonanza. And so we are getting closer to that. We are at 87% of the way there. But also, chat, again, we have the Donkey Kong Country Returns run. We need $175 for the incentive. I think we're $26 away. Donate and help me with my math, please.
Yeah, if you donate 175, then Cell doesn't have to even do any math. It'll be 175 minus 175, which is 0. So...
Well, only if they put it towards the incentive.
But only,
they
yeah,
have to select
only
the
yeah, you have to select the incentive when you go to actually donate. So when you put your amount, there should be a button down at the bottom that says Add New Incentive. Click that and put it toward incentive because it's an easy way to guarantee that we get more Prevent-A-Thon, right? Right?
I think that's a good idea.
I think it's a good idea, especially if it's more Donkey Kong Country because that runs awesome. All right, I'm going to squeeze my way through here. We don't need to worry about parking the car in like a specific spot because we're going to fast travel out of here. And we're back to Dead City. So remember how I said it was Dead City 1? This is Dead City 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did practice my counting for this.
Nice.
One, so.
And luckily it's
good math.
1 and 2, so we don't have to actually do as much math as Cell has to do for this. But now the difference is we're gonna do Dead City backwards. So one of the problems with this game, right around the time it was released, they ran out of budget. Probably because they blew so much of their budget on voice acting talent, like John Goodman and Nolan North. So by the time they got to this point in the development, they were starting to run out of money, and so I had the wrong weapon out. So they did things like recycle Dead City and make you go through a backward, which is exactly what we're doing. And as a little nod to that, the achievement for beating this section of the game is Dead City spelled backward.
That's pretty good.
That's clever. I like that.
Yeah, that was like, okay, that's funny, but also like we couldn't have made a new area, guys. We come on. So we're navigating through here backward. I just picked up the pulse rounds. These are going to be used.
Should have fast traveled less while making the game.
yeah, they would have had more incentive to make more areas if we didn't fast travel so often. But this is the speed run. It's different. It's totally different.
I bet they ran out of money because they fast traveled too much.
Maybe that's why.
Spent $100 every
It's
time.
$100 every time. Let's see if I can climb up here early. I missed it. That's fine. You just have to go around. All right, I'm actually going to switch to the pulse rounds. Whoop, I got a little bit more height there than I wanted. So, oops, I switched to buckshot by mistake. There we go. Now the pop rockets have to shoot 2 rounds in order to break those batteries. The pulse rounds, just 1, and that's why we grab those. Just saves that little extra second. 1 more there. Grab that. Grab that. Have to wait for the lasers. The hitbox on the lasers right there lingers a little bit, so if you try to run through like right away, you'll actually get bounced backward from them. And we're halfway through Dead City 2. The nice thing about Dead City 2 is not nearly as bad of a run killer as Dead City 1. You're kind of hard pressed to actually lose a lot of time here because there's nothing super like run killery about it. You're kind of just running through stuff. There's not really any major skips. There's one that we're going to do up here. You're supposed to go around an area and go underground, but if you shoot get out of the way, dude. If you angle yourself right, you can actually hit the grate, shoot through the grate and hit the battery and skip having to go around. So I guess that's like a skip, although I don't know. Did you call it a skip? I don't know if it really counts as a skip.
I mean, you're skipping stuff.
You are skipping stuff, so I guess it counts. And I'm going to switch back to the pop rockets here because we don't actually need the pulse rounds anymore. I'm actually going to sell them once we get to the next area. and just have to navigate back through this. And this is the last you're going to see of the Eastern Wasteland. We are now going to be heading into the Northern Wasteland from here. And I keep taking fall damage, which is a little scary. Alrighty, and then yeah, we have to fast travel back to Marshall. We're going to sit through a little bit more dialogue with him, and then we are headed off to the Northern Wasteland.
We can't see Nick's legs, but if you just imagine all this bunny hopping is him skipping, then there's actually a ton of skips all over.
True. Yeah, we are skipping steps. So his Fitbit is actually like crying right now. It's like, you've only taken 8 steps today. Like, don't worry, I've been jumping everywhere. Now, this dialogue right here, for whatever reason, you can't skip it. It's just the way this specific dialogue is. There's a couple of bits of dialogue that are like this. We're going to wait for the word scrambler, and then we're going to run away, and it'll skip through the rest of it.
Just isn't safe for you. We've deployed a communications scrambler, which should help mask our exit.
And that lets us get it. You run up too early, he doesn't skip it, which is annoying.
So, you ready to leave?
And then we fast travel to the Northern Wasteland. Now, once we are there, we'll actually be, or sorry, to the Eastern Wasteland. We were in the Northern Wasteland. We're going to the Eastern Wasteland. I got them backwards. Now, if you have to go back to the Northern Wasteland from the Eastern Wasteland, you can actually go back and forth at will, which is really convenient. You just have to talk to the guy that's going to cart you back between both. His name is Charon.
We're probably just days away from the authority finding you. But you've heard the expression.
Little on the nose with that one, too.
The devs might. Yeah, I think the devs like Norse mythology there.
Greek.
That's the joke.
Oh.
I got it wrong on
I
purpose.
missed it. But yeah, we got about 45 seconds. Miss Sel, if you want to jump in.
Fighting the authority is all I know.
Well, excellent, because we have more math to do. $10 Canadian to Little Warriors from Phoenix Captain, who says, "Oh, bonanza." I'm not quite sure that's quite how that goes, but sure, great. I also believe that puts us now $16 away from getting that bonus level, I think.
16?
I think.
Oh my god.
I think we're 16 away. Chat, donate and help me. I'm really struggling with the math today. I'm so engrossed by the story. I'm just math is so hard. Donate and help me.
Yes, this fascinating story.
Less than one fast travel away.
Well, we're less than one fast travel away from meeting this incentive, y'all. I think one person could throw in $16 toward the DKC incentive, right?
All right, come this way.
All right, now we're supposed to be talking to Marshall, but if we can jump past him,
Our base is just through that door.
we're not supposed to be on this side of him, but we have to wait on him anyway, so we're kind of, this is sort of an auto-scroller. And so what I like to do, because I am usually bored when I get to this spot and I'm waiting for the next action sequence, I'm going to crouch, hold forward and left, and then I'm going to kind of wedge my way right into this corner.
Security code 1228.
This doesn't save time. It's just funny to me that you can like clip into Marshall like this. And again, we have to wait for him to get into position. So I usually try to ask him for a piggyback ride here.
Welcome to our little home.
Give me a piggyback ride, Marshall. All right, so I'm gonna wait for his dialogue to start. Gonna run back through the door to skip the dialogue. He's going to do a little dance. And then we can talk to him. I'm gonna run away. He's going to assign us this next quest. I'm going to be very careful to avoid that guy in the chair. If you get too close to him, you're actually going to prevent yourself from getting an item later. It's just a weird trigger issue with the game, but we need to get that item later. It's actually the final arena's like routed around it. I talk to Saul, run away from him. Saul, move. And then we are going to talk to Redstone. Now, a little bit of a loud sound warning right here. That noise scared me the first time I heard it. We're going to run in. This is our second vendor, Janny. My chat, for whatever reason, really seems to like Janny. I'm not really sure why, but just one of those mysteries, I guess. I'm going to sell a few things here. Going to sell that. Going to sell that. Sell that. I'm trying not to sell the things I actually need. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sell that. That. You can pretty much just sell everything else from here on out. I'm going to sell the... Where are the pulse rounds are on the other page. Oh, no, they're right here. So I'm going to sell all of these. That's my buckshot, right? Yeah. So you can actually do this a little bit faster, but I'm trying to play it safe for marathon's sake. So I'm being a little bit careful here. I'm going to pick up the advanced sentry turret, and then we're going to buy 6 of those, 17 of these, 17 of these, 6 of these, 6 of these, 11 of these. Oops, I bought 12 by mistake. That's fine. That's not a big deal. I'm gonna buy about, I think it's 17 of those, give or take. You kind of have to like route a little bit on the fly here, just because sometimes you have a different amount of money each time, which can get a little bit wacky. But the whole thing that we're trying to do here is we're trying to make 6 of these sentry turrets, 11 more RC cars just to have them, and that's perfect. We have enough to make 11. And we're probably not going to use all of them in here. We get this many just for safety's sake. And we have the money to do it, so it's just better. And the timer's actually paused. The in-game timer's paused during this, so it's like, it's not a big deal to do that. And then 6 pop rockets is not a lot. I'm a little concerned about that. I would ideally like to have a few more here. Let me actually talk to Jenny, see if I can get more explode. I'm down to $9. Can I sell anything to you? I have nothing to sell. Oh well, we're gonna have to just be a little bit conservative with our ammo output. Yeah. So that's redstone. Talk to me. Okay. His dialogue was not cycling for some reason.
Good. Just prove yourself.
And then we have to go talk to the foreman. He's going to give us our next quest. Come on.
The boss.
Nick got stuck on the wall.
I got it, big.
And he is going to send us to Blue Line Station. This is kind of similar to the first quest we got, where we had to go clear out the ghost hideout. We have to go clear out the Blue Line Station. And it's full of muties. So we're going to come over here, and then we can exit to the wasteland. This is going to begin the longest car ride in the entire game. So, buckle up, chat. We're here.
I just got buckled.
No, now you unbuckle.
More time to buckle up than to get there.
And we get out. Yeah, it's just
Like plugging in the USB first try with the seatbelt. Oh, we're here.
And then we get into the Blue Line Station. This has another really cool skip that Zenson found, which is awesome. So we're going to jump down here and navigate through here. For whatever reason, some of these guys just don't aggro on you, which is actually really nice. I'm going to...
He's just leading the charge.
He really is. I'm going to drop down 2 turrets. These turrets are kind of like having NPCs working for you. Grab the dynamite, grab this. We've got this guy. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shouldn't be a 6th. Yep. I'm gonna climb up here. Gonna reload my fat boys. Now this is actually scripted, so we're gonna aim right here. We're gonna have one guy run down here, shoot him, and have another guy pop up here, shoot him, and have another guy take here. And have another guy pop up here. This guy's appearance is kind of a little bit weird, so yeah, he sort of pops up at a different angle each time. There we go. Another guy here. Reload. There should be one more. There. Cool. And then we're gonna have a guy over here. Now, if you shoot this guy early, he's still able to lift the thing up. This is kind of funny. Gonna jump out here. We're gonna get an explosive guy right here. Take him out. And then we just have to have enough of these guys die so that I can get this door to open. Just like that. And here's where we're going to do the big BLS skip. Take out this guy because he might get in the way. Gonna line up here. Gonna quick save. Now, there's an invisible platform right next to that train that I missed. I'm gonna really check one. This is why I save here. I think my angle's a little funky. Hang on. And that gets us over here. This is out of bounds. Yeah, that's kind of a weird jump. The angle's strange. And then this part is super annoying to get up, so I have to like... Oh wow, first try. Nice. I'm gonna save here because getting back up here if I fall is like really annoying. I'm gonna jump up here, jump up here. Wow, that went really fast. That was nice. That part usually gives me a little bit more trouble than that. When I come up here,
Well done.
now you remember earlier I changed the difficulty to do a skip. Forward, please. Thank you. I'm gonna do the same thing. We're gonna line up here. I'm gonna quick save. We're going to cook a nade in our hands. Whee! And we're going to defib ourselves. We're actually going to do this again a little bit later with a really, really cool skip called Jackal Canyon Skip. And that one is very difficult to do. I'm going to get up here, save again. You'll notice there's a pattern here. Save before everything that's tricky. Roll over here, fall down. Going to drop down here, bandage, and then drop in. We've just skipped the entirety of Blue Line Station. We just have to I missed the dynamite. So we have to plant this dynamite. And then we've got a horde mode section. It's gonna drop another turret, bounce over here, blow up the dynamite, drop another turret. We've got one guy here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna reload. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got him. All right, and then we just have to let the turrets kind of do most of the work for us. We do have a few guys that are going to spawn in various places. Got one guy here, and one here. Should be another one popping up here. Sometimes they come out in a weird order. Should be another one right there. Sometimes he doesn't spawn in. That's fine. All that to get this door open a little bit sooner, and that skips the Blue Line Station. That saves about 2 minutes. Versus having to do everything kind of inbounds. So, nice little time save. Now, I know we are right next to the wasteland, however, the garage rather, but it's just faster to fast travel back to it. So we're going to head back up. We're going to turn this quest into Redstone, the guy with the really gravelly voice that we talked to earlier. And he's going to send us on another fetch quest. You might be seeing a pattern here. Whoop, talk.
What are you doing?
Oh, shoot.
While we're fetch questing, do we have time for a little bit of math?
Sure. Let me just, I forgot. I have to talk to the foreman first, and then I go talk to Redstone. So, talk to the foreman, now we go talk to Redstone, and then he'll give us the next quest. So, math!
Okay, so chat was helping me, and we are, in fact, $16 away from getting that bonus level, but I have some more math facts. That is 2 $8 donations, or 4 $4 donations, or 16 $1 donations, or 8 $2 donations. I'm sorry to get confused. Anyways, chat, !donate. Let's meet the incentive so that more incentives can be opened.
Yes. More incentives. All right. I'm gonna blow that rocket, or that bomb up to not bump into it. I probably shouldn't have thrown that shot, but that's fine. I'm gonna bounce up here. Now, in order to avoid having to get an item and ride an elevator and a bunch of other stuff, I'm going to line up right about here. Drop 3 RC cars. Now, because I'm on a slope, this is kind of weird and doesn't always work. Yep, I have to try this again. This is a very wonky platform we're standing on. Got it. So that skips a fight here, and then we're going to skip another fight by doing the same thing. I'm going to drop 3 RC cars. This one's got a very tight window for success. That's what you don't want to see. You don't want to see those flames go up. I think I may have actually placed them too far in. Back up slightly. Try this one more time. There we go. Yeah, so if you do it correctly, if you get high enough and fast enough to skip the trigger, those flames don't pop up, and you don't have to do that fight, which is very nice because it's slow to do that fight. Now this one's tricky. We got to just bunny hop this and hope. Yeah, flames shoot up there, but if you're fast enough, you can get past them before they block you out. That was very slow. This one, I've been able to do this one first try a couple times lately, but every so often you just get unlucky and should back up slightly here. Whoop. I bonked the desk. Oh, come on, game. I was like halfway in. Come on. Come on. I'm in the wall. I'm in the collision. Come on. Let me through. There we go.
There it is.
There it
It's
is.
a tricky one. So yeah, these are some of the funnier enemies. They've got like a comically villainous Russian accent, and they kind of like the comic book villain Russian accent, which is funny. So we're gonna bounce back over here. We actually don't want to go back through this gate, but we have to hit a trigger there, and then the Kool-Aid Man's actually going to let us out because this guy just straight up busts through the wall. And I didn't mean to jump on the couch, but that's fine. Oh, that guy followed me all the way over here. That's surprising. So he won't be back here, which is nice. Oh, there's another one. Okay, I don't know where that other one was from, but that's fine. We're through. Just trying to navigate through here without getting... I don't want to touch those bombs. Those bombs do a ton of damage. It's like almost an instant kill if you touch them. And you're not at full health. And that's Gearhead Vault. The scary place. It's full of terror. And then we are headed back to Redstone. We're going to turn this quest in. He's going to give us another quest, although this is more of a kill quest than a fetch quest. And question for commentators and host. How do we feel about power plants?
They're useful for society.
True.
I mean, they're letting us do this run right now.
True. Big true. We're headed to a power plant.
Yay!
Yay! Whoops.
Electabuzz.
You could have gone Zapdos for that one.
Coulda,
Or
but
Electrode.
Zap... or Magnemite.
Or Magnemite. True.
There's some options.
There are options. You can go Raikou. Or Raikou?
True.
I remember how you spell that. Ooh, he gave us a little speed boost. That was nice of him.
I don't think we want to start Pokemon pronunciation discourse during the draw.
True, not during Rage.
During Rage. I'll get
That'll
so
only
mad.
bring about more
Very
rage.
different franchise. So that takes us to the power plant. This is the only place you're ever going to see the crossbow being used. We're going to use it twice. Right here at the very beginning, so I'm going to swap to it. You can't swap weapons while you're sprinting, so I have to kind of wait. That's 1 and 2. And you will never see the crossbow again.
You have to use the crossbow to hit those?
You have to do it for one of them, but it's just faster to use it for both. You can technically hit the switch for the first one, but the second one you have to use it. Take that guy out. All right, we're gonna do another RC boost skip here. 1, 2, 3. Let's do 4 for safety. I'm taking a lot of damage. So I'm actually gonna throw a bandage down, and they're gonna bounce up here. As soon as I landed on the platform straight away, I was like, I'm gonna die here. And sure enough, you jerk. Okay, I have to just rush this.
That wasn't very nice.
It would be helpful if I actually shot the gun. Okay, I have to use the bandage. This is potentially an issue. Okay, hold on. I have put myself in a bit of a predicament here. Okay, idea. Okay, I'm gonna do this first before I try to handle the rest of this. This guy is like close enough to the RC cars, he's gonna blow them up. I need to move him away from it.
This guy's...
Oh my god. Okay, let's hope. Dane, you have to shoot the gun. I'm trying to click the button and I'm missing every time. Okay. Hold on, let me cook. No! Everything's going wrong.
Cat donates and send in good luck.
Right? Oh, Lord. Okay, hold on. We can do this. We can do this, chat.
There we go.
Oh my god, this does not normally go this badly, I promise. The timing on RC boost is very, very tight. Like, it's not actually that forgiving. I keep missing the button because I'm hitting my sprint button by mistake. Okay. I almost had it there. I just got a little bit ice physicsy. Okay. Yeah, so that right there is an issue with the ice physics, where you kind of like glide off of a platform because you don't just like staccato stop in place, you kind of slide for a second. There we go, got it. Ugh.
Hey,
First try.
There we go.
That skip does not normally go that badly, but I had so many difficult skips go first try earlier that I guess we had to show off some difficulty for this run. And we're going to use our last two. Yeah, we're going to use our last two turrets here. We're going to drop them both here. Got a big guy. We actually skipped by doing that long skip. We actually skipped a cutscene. Game? I have no idea why it switched to my rocket. That was weird. Take this guy out. Did I hit? I didn't hit the button. Okay. This power plant has gone horribly wrong. So now the guy's dead. We hit the button. We just have to wait for this door to open. Oh, the game is lagging. Oh, game? Okay, I think we're okay now. Yeah, the game has a tendency to lag here. Not in that spot, but in the spot up ahead, it sometimes starts to lag. So you might see a little bit of sticking in a moment. There is actually an out of bounds here, but it is exactly as fast as doing this inbound. So, and this is a lot easier. One guy here. And the turrets that I dropped back there are actually doing most of the killing for me. Okay, we got one. This guy annoyingly survived. I can't really use more rockets because I need pop rockets because I need the rest of them. I'm gonna activate all these again. Turrets. One of the turrets is down. Okay, I need to. Please tell me that was it. There we go. So that took a little longer than normal because the turrets got a little bit beaten to a pulp. So they didn't quite take out everybody I needed them to before they died. So, but that's fine. It just took a little longer is all. And then we head back to Subway Town. Now, this is where Redstone got pinched by the Authority, and we're done with him. So we now head back to Marshall and continue more Resistance quest lines. So I'm going to come back here. I'm going to talk to Marshall, and then we're going to try for Fast Lassard. Fast Lassard, let's go. If you don't get Fast Lassard, he spins back around and goes back up to the computer, losing 3 seconds every time he does. It's very annoying. Clever. Anyways, this run's falling apart right at the end. All right. Now we're headed.
I gotta say, you're doing great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, well, we'll see. Up ahead is Jackal Canyon. Now, fun fact, Jackal Canyon is only about 2/3 complete. The developers were never able to finish it because, again, they ran out of budget near the end, which is why you repeated Dead City just backward. Jackal Canyon's only about 2/3 finished, to the point where you can climb a ladder and just go out of bounds. And we're going to do that. So I'm going to... Come on. Nick, jump up the thing. Collision, I swear. But luckily...
The game gives the prison in Liza P a run for its money with all the stuff you get stuck on.
Right, a little bit, yeah. Prison's a very sticky spot. Now, luckily, there are a couple of skips in Jackal Canyon because it is somewhat incomplete. I'm gonna line up here. One more. Almost. Come on. There we go. You can jump over that fence. Saves having to run around and push the button to open it. And we just have to navigate through this hallway. If you're fast enough, actually, these barrels right here will be stuck in midair. I got bounced around a little bit, so I didn't quite get it. All right, we're gonna do zipline skip. You're supposed to ride down 2 zip lines. However, you can jump to the second one straight away. I love that skip.
Was cool.
It's so cool.
That was really cool.
Move, please.
I like all of the enemies Tarzan yelling the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to skip after they saw you do it.
Right. All right, then we're gonna ride this elevator. I'm gonna try and get on the door, or the gate, I guess, for this elevator. A little tricky and wonky. But if you get on top of it, you can actually, there we go. You can actually wiggle out and get out of that a little bit early. Saves a couple of seconds. Kind of tricky to do. I don't always get it, but it's a nice little time save. And navigate up these corridors. And when I say 2/3 complete, I mean that the collision for those gate railings is not always there. So, yeah, you gotta be a little bit lucky with that. I'm gonna climb this ladder. Gonna quick save. This is what I mean. You can climb this ladder, and then if you just jump, you're out of bounds. Try that one more time. Whoops. So there's a very, very, very thin ledge we have to stand on, and then we're gonna jump off of it. So I'm gonna try and get this. Okay, that looks good. Gonna sprint jump. Fire a pop rocket. Nice, got a first try. Let's go.
Nice.
That is a very tough skip to get, but it gets us in here. There's no enemies. We can do this part completely unobstructed. Grab the arc equipment, and we just skipped the entire last chunk of Jackal Canyon. I can't believe I got that first try in a marathon, dude. What? That was wild.
Let's go. That was sick.
That I usually,
Except for the power plant.
yeah, I usually get that like fifth or sixth try. Sometimes more, depending on how uncooperative it is. I can't believe I
You
got
have to
that.
time that shot like right before you.
That's the hard part about it, is like once you actually get the sprint jump, you have to time that shot, and you have like a maybe 3 or 4 frame window to get it, because you're falling so quickly.
Yeah, that looked hard.
Yeah, that is
whoa.
one of the hardest skips in the game, and it was actually routed in after I had started learning the run, so I haven't even been doing that the entirety of my tenure with this game, because I learned this run back in like 2022, and I think that was only routed in 23. Oops, don't need to bounce here, just fast travel back.
That's pretty
Have
far
some
into
love for
the
you
run.
and donations when you got a moment.
Yeah, we're gonna be turning in some quests, and then we have to do a quest for Portman, who is voiced by Phil Lamar, by the way, and then once we do that, we'll be heading into the very last chunk of the run, the very last sequence. So yeah, go for it.
Awesome. We have $4 from Anonymous, who says, loving this run and commentary, but also more math means more marathon, which means, oh, I have to do math again. I think that means we need 3 more $4 donations to get that incentive.
Yeah,
I think that's right.
that sounds correct.
Chat, donate. Three people donate $4 and put it towards the incentive. We'll have that incentive. So exclamation mark donate in chat.
Lever. Hitboxes on these things are weird. All right. Whoop. We're headed back to the wasteland. We've got 2 more quests. We've got this one and then the final quest, and then that's going to be the entirety of this run. Now, you're supposed to take this car down a valley through a bunch of waves of enemies and up an elevator, and it's like a minute and a half. So instead, we're going to park here, gonna jump on here, save just in case I don't get this first try. And set up very quickly again. Nice. And just jump over the lasers. Nice and easy.
Got a little laser boost.
A little laser boost there too.
You had to park your car for that parkour.
It's actual parking for parkour. Parkour. You just have to wait for these things to blow up. As soon as this one blows up, I can fast travel again. And then we just have to turn in this last quest, and then we are headed to Capital Prime. I call it Liberty Prime because I think that's funny. I don't know, maybe I'm the only one there, but
No, I mean, there's not enough Fallout references.
it's true. I mean, it is a Bethesda published game, so wiggle through here. Going to talk to Portman. You can actually do the first part of Marshall's dialogue here, so we're going to skip that while Portman's talking, because you can't actually skip Portman's dialogue here, because it's tied to this animation right here, where he opens this up. And this is what we're going to use in the final fight of the game. We're actually not going to use this until we get there. We're going to just use pop rockets before that. But this is a nice weapon, and it makes the final fight really fast. Oop, gotta run away first.
You've done a great job,
Okay.
soldier.
So Marshall's dialogues.
That's the weapon you mentioned earlier that you like skip the trigger for,
No, that's a different one.
that you can mess up. Oh, that was a different one.
I have to wait for Marshall to do a weird thing with his shoulder right there. Gonna talk to him. Skip one more chunk of dialogue, and then
But if you were successful,
we are headed off to the final area. Come on. Actually got the lever that time. Let's go.
Hardest trick in the
Time's
run.
a charm.
Hardest trick in the run, hitting the lever expediently. Well, yeah, blowing up those
2-second time.
yeah, blowing up those things from earlier lowered the laser gate, so now we can just drive the car right through and right into the heart of Capital Prime. Now you might think it's a little weird to send one dude into the headquarters of an authoritarian government loaded down with armed guards. However, I will remind you, the US government sent one dude to rescue the president's daughter in a different franchise. So
Priorities.
yeah,
I mean, I feel like that's just the plot of most video games, is just sending one dude to do very improbable things.
send one dude to do an army's work. Yeah, so this is just another little hike. Sel, how's that incentive coming?
I believe we are still needing $4 donations, or what is that, $12? What single donation, or two $6 donations? Something like that. !donate, !rate in chat to find out what that's going to cost you in your currency, roughly.
Yeah.
Not exclamation point rage. That's a different.
Yeah, it's a different command, yes.
It's not !rage.
And bowl out immediately after this run is not a long run. I have also speed run that game. It's not very long, so you don't actually have that long, chat. You need to get your donations in now, or you're gonna miss your
I
chance.
believe the estimate for bowl out is in fact 12 minutes, which
12
is the
minutes.
exact amount we need
Hey,
for the incentive.
$1 per minute.
Hey, I can math suddenly. Look at that.
Well, $1 donation.
These two out of the way. Now we're gonna do something called Vega Skip. That's only gonna make sense if you've played Doom 2016, because there's a character called Vega in that game, and I need you need to die as well, please. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna switch weapons. I'm just way over on cars, which is nice. I didn't end up using that many. I'm gonna drop 3 cars here. Now normally I have to ride this elevator up, but if you goof this up like I did, try that one more time. You jump over the laser there, you can just kind of jump up this this elevator shaft.
Ah, you skipped the Gemini speech.
Nice. That was good. All right, we got 10 guys here. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. We one out of here. 6. Another one out of here. This is randomized, but there are some patterns you can find if you just do this part enough. That should be one more. Button. And now, chat, I promised it earlier. We are coming up on the coolest skip in the game. This is the coolest skip. I promise. Gonna get onto the elevator. And we just gotta ride this up. And the coolest skip in the game is at the top of this elevator. And I am not hyping this up like to let you down. Trust me, this is really cool. So as these lasers go, I'm gonna take out this guy. Take out this guy. Now I have to line this up very carefully, so give me a moment. We're gonna quick save. Here we go. How cool is that?
That was awesome.
That is my favorite skip. It is so cool.
super
First
bunny
try,
hop.
too. Nice.
Yeah, that laser, you bump into that laser and you hit the collision in such a way where you can clear that laser gate. It doesn't always work, annoyingly, but sometimes you can. Oop, I missed the jump on that. You can sometimes jump over that laser as the platform is raising and save a second or two. Got this hallway to get through. We're gonna land here. This is where we're gonna whip out that big old weapon from earlier. I'm actually going to craft the authority augmenter. That thing I talked about earlier where I had to like steer clear of that one guy. If I got too close to him, I wouldn't have gotten that item. And we need this because this is, well, this is an id Tech property. id Tech made Quake, and Quake is famous for the one line, enemy has the quad. This is quad damage, 4 times damage. We need this for the final fight. It makes it go much faster. We just have to push 3 buttons. We pushed 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna pop the augmenter. If I actually equipped it first, there we go. And now we have to take out all of these beauties. This is the final fight of the game. Remember when I said they ran out of budget? They couldn't make a final boss, so this is what we got.
It's just a bunch of dudes running at
It's
you.
literally just a horde mode. Yeah, a little bit of a letdown at the very end. Like I said, this game casually is pretty mediocre. As a speed run, it's fantastic. I'm gonna push the button. I'm gonna quick save here. There is a potential soft lock. If you kill everything here too quickly, you can actually soft lock the game. And that happened to me in my last practice run. So let's hope that doesn't happen.
That is the worst in a speed run. You went too fast.
Yep, it is.
I was too good at the game. It drove.
Yeah, and the first wave was much shorter than this one. This one, there's like, it feels like there's 25 dudes to spawn out of here, and you just have to kind of keep turning around. So time's gonna be as soon as I push this button right here. Once I get to the end of this. Oh, you're not dead. Oh, my augmenter ran out. I didn't hear the cue for that. And that should be it. And time. Woo!
Ooh, nice.
We ran slightly over, but I also put it kind of a tight estimate on this one, admittedly. But yeah, if it hadn't been for the power plant going so awry, we would have been under time. But it's all good. It's all good. It was still super fun to showcase. And honestly, this run is so underrated. I think this run is super underrated. More people should see this, and it's kind of a hard sell for a mainline GDQ event. So if I can get it into events like Prevent-A-Thon or fast-paced events, which is coming up at the end of this month, I will happily show it there because I am a steadfast proselytizer for this run. I think it's super underrated and more people should know about it. But yeah, that was Rage. Any percent jump fix. That was jump fix being for the injector that Sam talked about earlier. But yeah, if you want to follow me, I'm at twitch.tv/dangerous, DANEJERUS. Sam, where can they find you?
They can find me at twitch.tv/IllegallySam, where I do not speedrun Rage, but I do speedrun other games.
It's true. And a lot of other games, actually. You have a kind of a wide library, as I understand it.
It's only getting wider these days.
True. And Fats, where can they find you, sir?
Yeah, so you can find me at twitch.tv/ColonelFats69, and as well as if you search it on YouTube, making a bunch of guides. I am a Lysa P gamer, but always happy to show up to support Dane, and that was an awesome run.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for being here. And yeah, folks, that is going to be it for me, for at least for running at the event. But you will hear me tonight because I am going to be your closing host for the end of our Sonic block. And I'll be wrapping up Prevent-A-Thon 6 a little bit later this evening. So don't miss me for too long because I'll be back soon. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you had fun. And I will see you a little bit later tonight.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dane, for that phenomenal run, and a run that forced me to do math. So much math.